Aries, my name is Megan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like and comment on this video if it just so happens to resonate with you today. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the person that's on your mind. Let's get into it. What do we have for Aries? Queen of Pentacles reverse, Ace of Wands reverse. Something isn't working out the way you had hoped, either in finances or passion or both. This is driving you crazy. Yes, the Nine of Swords. This is making you very upset. It's driving you absolutely insane right now. You're having trouble sleeping probably. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. King of Cups reverse. You could have been dealing with somebody that initially you saw as your wish come true. This person sort of had every single quality that you were looking for in a significant other. However, once you got to know this person on a profound level, I believe you very, very quickly started to realize that this person wasn't all that they seemed. In fact, they put on a front that, you know, they put on a front that they do have all of these qualities that you like in a person. Very manipulative energy. Because in reality, this person, King of Cups reverse, they have a hard time not only showing emotions, they have a hard time even sort of understanding your emotions. This is somebody very, very emotionally distant when they like somebody. So I'm not saying this person isn't into you, doesn't like you, anything like that, although that's how you're feeling. This person's not taking action though. There's no action being taken in this. And it's because this person is saying they're one way, but how they actually are is a completely different way. So this person essentially is being very manipulative towards you, Aries. On top of that, this connection could have made you lose some type of money, stability. This connection could have felt very, very like you could never come up to breathe, suffocating. It could have felt very, very suffocating because internally you knew or you know that this person is sort of putting on a false front compared to who they actually are. But it's like this false front is so convincing that they really had you convinced here that they embodied all of these qualities that you really wanted in a significant other. They were manipulative. They actually aren't all these things, right? These 9 cups, whatever those are, those could be, you know, those could stand in this reading at least for, you know, 9 things that was on your wish list for a significant other, right? However, this person doesn't even have one of those to give. If they did, it's upside down. That telling me that, you know, this person doesn't even really care to keep this charade going. This person more so or less, they'll move on to somebody else eventually once you catch on to this, which it seems like you are. They'll move on to somebody else. They'll be sad for a little bit and then they'll move on to somebody else. This is the type of person that does not take accountability for their actions, right? You're in this Nine of Swords energy. This isn't somebody who's going to come around and be like, "Are you okay? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry." This energy is cold, manipulative. They could have been very moody in certain circumstances where you were like, that's a dark vibration. For some of you, you saw this person when they were very angry a few times and it made you take pause. That's just for a couple of you out there. There could be, again, like I said, some sort of financial loss linked to this, or even just being involved with this person has lowered your vibration so much that it's made it really difficult to manifest anything tangible or financial into your life recently. And sometimes it does work like that, Aries. You know, I've experienced this firsthand in my own life when, you know, a while ago I was trying to get something off the ground and I was seeing somebody who wasn't the best for me. And it's really funny how the universe works. That would not get up off the ground because the person I was seeing was directly lowering my vibration. The moment I cut things off, the moment I found something out actually that really sort of made me go, no, I need to close that chapter. All of a sudden, the project I was working on that I couldn't figure out why it wasn't going anywhere, boom, took off. The moment that I blocked that person and energetically let go of them. The moment that I energetically let go of them and really started just putting all of my energy into the project I was working on, that project started going really well. And I remember thinking to myself, That's an energy thing. Whenever we have people in our life that is lowering our vibration, whether we know it or not, whether this is subconscious or not, it looks like this person is doing just that. Not only that, for some of you, you feel really uncomfortable around this person's moods. This could be somebody who one day they're really happy to talk to you, excited, peppy about it almost, couldn't wait to talk to you, and then the next day you don't hear from them. Moody in that sort of sense. So, all right, how does this person feel about Aries at the deepest level? They would like to move this connection into calmer waters. They're just, with the Fool card reversed there, they're not sure how they're going to go about that and do that, but they do feel a soulmate connection towards you. They do feel a soulmate connection towards you, but it's like you're dealing with somebody who is cold when it comes to emotions. You know, Aries, you're very fiery, you're very passionate. You're not going to put up with crap like this for long. Any Aries that I've ever known doesn't tolerate this type of behavior. So this person knows. They know that they came to you in a very false way. They know that. I feel like this person's in hermit mode right now. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo or a water sign. Very heavy on the water sign. This person feels like you're their soulmate. They feel the connection just as strongly as you do. They would like to move this into calmer waters. However, they understand at a fundamental level that they'll need to change a lot about their ways. How this could be somebody who just sort of waltzes in different situations and then waltzes right back out, kind of like they're doing with you right now. They do that with other situations as well, not just other people. For some of you, it can be a couple of different things. Other situations, though, this is somebody who has a really hard time committing. They like to dive in head first, worry about the consequences later. And on top of that, they're very, very cold in their demeanor. But how they feel on the inside, this person could have felt like they knew that they lacked in the things that you really wanted. That's why they put up this falsity of who they were. But it's like in doing that, they also realize, well, this person, Aries, is going to find out who I am anyway. Yes, I would like to move this situation to calmer waters. Yes, I feel a very, very strong soul bond with Aries. However, I love to dive headfirst into situations that I'm not even that serious about, just to explore. You could be dealing with somebody born on a 5-day or a life path 5. I'm also getting the number 9 as well. 9 is the number of completion in numerology. Some of you could be born on the 9th, 18th, 27th. Anyways, this person dives head first, but they don't have the emotionality to back up and to have something real. And that's a problem, right? Regardless of soulmate energy. And we have different soulmates throughout our lives. At the end of the day, Aries, it just seems like this person and you are on a completely different wavelength. This person is insecure deep down. Insecure. What does this person want to do to move this to calmer waters, though? 2 of Cups. Strength card. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo. They actually are very, very passionate about you. I feel like they've been really thinking and planning here about what they're going to do. They know that this may be a battle to get you to see them deep, deep down at their deepest level, right? Because there's like 3 levels to this person. Their surface level, where they're kind of fake, right? They'll tell you what you want to hear, essentially. Then there's the secondary level of this person. They actually have a really hard time opening up, even acknowledging their own emotions or your own emotions. Then there's the deep, deep, deep level of how this person's feeling. How this person is feeling is they know, since there's those other levels to their personality before they can really open up to somebody, they know that this is going to be a battle. Moving this into calmer waters is going to be a battle, a struggle. They know this because they know that they have those other 2 layers of falsity that they need to communicate with you about, because I feel like you're pretty fed up with this situation, but they're willing to fight this out. They're willing to sort of go through any conflict because they're planning a future with you. They feel this soulmate energy very, very much so. This is somebody who's going to really try to work on their shadow self of diving in too fast, even when they shouldn't, And they're really gonna, even though this is gonna be maybe more confrontational to have you either back in their life or to keep you in their life now that you're catching on to this person's ways, they know this is gonna be a battle, but at the end of the day, they feel like it's worth it. Because you're the only one that they want at the end of the day. And that's completely counterproductive to what we just said, right? Your vibration, you've been hurt by this. This has really lowered your vibration to the point of not being able to, for some of you, manifest, resources or even just a sense of stability in your life. This person took your stability in your mind away, right? Made you very sad. Some of you may have caught this person in this full reverse energy, right? Just off doing whatever. And you were like, no, you really put your foot down towards this person. And that's the moment that they started planning. That's the moment when they go, shit, what have I done? Well, boy, this is going to be a battle to get Aries back into my life, but I'm in love with them. There's a deep friendship here as well. You guys have a very deep friendship. You guys are able to talk about things that this person was very surprised about because, like I said, this person is not somebody who opens up emotionally. They're very cold in that area. Now they would like to come in and tell you how they're feeling. But they know. Aries, the advice here is keep your standards high because they're already expecting this to be a little more confrontational because they know that they came to you in a false way before. But now they're wanting this friendship, this love with just you more than ever. And I do see them planning to make a move to come towards you, to make a move to move this to calmer waters. They're just trying to garner the strength because, like I said, they understand that this may be a little bit conflictatory, if that's a word, at first. But to them, any kind of conflict is worth it. They want to let you in on the deepest level of themselves. But at the end of the day, Aries, it's up to you. Are you willing to let somebody back into your life that put you in this low vibration, that mess with your stability because they were just simply unable to open up to you? It's up to you whether you want to give this person another chance or not. It does look like they're coming in for not only the strong bond of friendship that you guys have, but they can't find another lover quite like you. It's an irreplaceable connection. So that is what I have for you, Aries. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As always, I will see you guys next time.